Alright, so a warning to everybody. I'll give everybody a warning. I'll give you a warning one time. Alright, I'll give you a warning. If you live in New England, this video is not for you. If you live in New England and you're easily offended, this video is not for you. So, I see the deflates made the Super Bowl again. Yep, the deflates are heading to the Super Bowl, also known as the New England deflateriots, as I call it. The New England deflateriots. See, because they got caught a few years ago deflating their balls. That's right. I'm not talking about this kind of ball. I'm talking about the actual footballs. They got caught deflating their balls. And because they got caught deflating their balls, they should have lost one of their Super Bowl championships. They should have lost that because they cheated. And they were caught cheating. And I lost all respect for the team when they got caught cheating. And some people were even calling it Deflategate. So, ever since they got caught with their pants down, deflating their fucking footballs to try to win the game, that's when I changed them to the New England deflateriots, also known as also known as the New England deflates. So the deflates are heading to the Super Bowl again. Referees, you need to be checking. They might try to deflate their balls again. Yep. And we're talking about footballs, people. You gotta be clear. So that way YouTube doesn't age restrict the video, but yeah. New England I lost all respect for New England when they did that shit. They got caught deflating their balls. So that's why I call them the New England deflateriots, or the New England deflates. And if Bill Belichick doesn't like it, he can send me a nice little lawsuit. We can go to court and we can dance around because he knows his team cheated. He knows they deflated. He knows they fucking deflated those footballs. So you don't like me talking about your team, Belichick? Come on. I'm waiting. Send the lawyer. We'll go to court. Let's go. Because in my opinion, you should have lost that championship when you got caught doing that. I think that was either the 2015 or the 2016 Super Bowl. They should have lost that championship. Because they were caught deflating balls. And they know they were caught deflating balls. They cheated. That team is a despicable cheater. And let me make myself perfectly clear. You know, I don't believe in this. Oh, well, if you live in a certain area, you gotta fucking support a certain area. Like if you live in Miami, you're supposed to only support Miami and Florida teams. Bullshit. The whole time I lived in Maine, I've always been a Yankees fan. Will continue to be a Yankees fan. Never liked the Red Sox. Not one time have I ever liked the Red Sox. But you mentioned that, you know,
Ow.
There used to be this restaurant. Chili's or something like that. It was a sports bar. It was in where the hell was it? It was near Narragansett, Rhode Island. It was in the southern part of fucking Rhode Island. Not quite in Narragansett, not in the Wakefield area of Rhode Island, but it was in that area. It was Chili's or Cellos or something. It was a sports bar. So my mother one time, I'll never forget this as long as I live. My mother decides to, she says, yeah, why don't we pull in there and go, this is like early 2000s, late 90s this happened. I go into the room, I go into this restaurant, it's a sports bar, mind you, right? And what do they have playing in the bar on the screen? 2 or 3 screens above the bar, 2 or 3 screens all over the place in the whole establishment, 2 or 3 screens all over the bar, right? And the whole fucking bar is packed with like I want to say like 20 to 30 people around the fucking bar, and they're watching the game. And I'm not at the bar, but I'm in the. So you got the bar here, and then you got the bar here, and then the first row of tables. I was in the first row of tables, so I was literally within 8 to 10 feet away from the bar. And I'm watching the game, and it's the Yankees versus the fucking Red Sox. And all of a sudden, the Yankees score something. The Yankees get a home run or something. And without thinking about it, I go, yay, yes! And then my mother leans over the table. She says, you better shut up. I go, what do you mean I better shut up? And she goes like this. The whole bar turned around and looked at me at the table like I was the biggest piece of shit in a restaurant because I was in Red Sox territory and I happened to say, yeah, the Yankees got one. So just to be an asshole, I kept doing it. And every time I said, yeah, Yankees, the whole bar, 20, 30 people would turn around and give me luck. My mother thought we were going to get killed in there. Because, if you live in New England, you're only supposed to like the Red Sox. You're not supposed to like the Yankees because you got to like New England because they're your pennant. Bullshit. I don't believe that if you're in Florida, you only like Florida teams. I don't believe that if you're in New York, you only like New York teams. I don't believe that if you're in Buffalo, you only like the Bulls and everybody else can fuck off. I don't believe that. Never in my life have I ever believed that. I don't play this. Well, you're in the territory of this and you're in the territory of that. No. People hated me in Rhode Island because I was a New York Jets fan. New York Jets, here we go. You New York Jets fan. New York Yankees fan. New York Mets fan. And the people in Maine and New England couldn't handle that. They would get their panties in a bunch and look at and my mother, when we got out to the car, she says, man, those guys were looking at you at the bar. They were all pissed off. She was expecting me to get jumped any minute because every time I went, yay, Yankees, the whole bar of 30, 40 people turned over and looked at me at the table like, they didn't like it. They didn't like it. So I don't play this game. I don't play this fucking game. And Mike being in Maine practically his whole fucking life. He likes Santa Fe, I think you said, right? Isn't that what you said?
No.
Well, you said there was some team you liked, and it wasn't the deflateriots.
No. Kansas City.
Kansas City, that's Mike's team. So even Mike doesn't like the deflateriots. Mike's never liked the deflateriots. Or the New England deflates. And like I said, Bill, I dare somebody to send this video to Belichick. He's a multi-millionaire. If you don't like me talking trash about your team, bring on the lawsuit, buddy. Let's go to court. Because it's in my opinion. Your team sucks. You got caught deflating your balls. And I will never let it go. So now that they're in the Super Bowl again, I have to wonder if they're going to cheat again. Because they already were caught cheating. I believe it was either 2014 or 2015. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure that out. New England deflateriots. Let's see when that happened. Let's see, and I can't let shit go. Deflategate. Let's see when that happened. Deflategate. Yeah, it's on Wikipedia right here. Deflategate. Here's what I'm talking about, Belichick. If you don't like it, you can blow me. You don't even have to know me. Just get down and blow me. Okay? So there's even a Wikipedia page on this shit, people. Yeah. So to me, they should have lost the 2015 Super Bowl and the 2014 Super Bowl. It should have been revoked, in my opinion. Oh, now they're saying it went from October 15 through 2016. So I would have took their Super Bowl champions for 14, 15, and 16. That's what I would have did. I would have took the titles. If I was the fucking commissioner, I would have took your titles for those 3 fucking years. Because just because you got caught, how many fucking years were you doing it when you didn't get caught, huh? How many fucking years did you get away with it? And how many fucking times did you win the Super Bowl fucking cheating? So I would have took those. So all those Super Bowl wins around 2016 and, you know, I would have made them null and void. I would have gave the fucking Lombardi trophy and everything else to the other team. I would have declared by cheating you guys lost. And then I would have suspended the New England deflateriots for 1 fucking year, where they couldn't have played any fucking games for 1 fucking year. That's what I would have did if I was the commissioner. Because they were caught fucking cheating. And I will never let you forget this, Belichick. I will never let you forget this. Okay? Deflategate. Here it is right here. Deflategate. How many fucking years did you win the Super Bowl by cheating? So, you know, if they win this year, I got to suspect that they're cheating. And how many times have you deflated balls this year to get into the Super Bowl? That's what I want to know. Because you're damn fucking lucky that I wasn't the commissioner, because you would have lost 2 or 3 of your fucking Super Bowl wins. I would have took it away from you, and then I would have banned your fucking team for a year from playing. Yep, that's what I would have did. That's what should have happened in Deflategate. Something I'll never forget. As long as I live. Something as long as I will never forget. So there, look that up on fucking Wikipedia, and there you go. So they cheated. They lost all the... I'm not saying they cheated this year. I'm saying in the past they have cheated. So to me, they have lost all credibility. I'm just being honest. Just keeping it real. And like I said, when I call this team the New England deflateriots, people in New England get really angry. They don't like it. They don't fucking like it. Because I never forget anything. I don't let anything go. That's why I don't forget anything when it comes to trolling either. Everybody's going to say, well, Emo, you're still pissed at Gary Snowflake for the shit that he did to you in 2020. You're still mad at Grampy Lobster for the shit he did to you in 2020. You're still mad at Kate Peters and Shiva for the shit they did to you in 2020. Emo, that happened 6 years ago. It's old news. Why can't you let it go? Because of my trolls let it go? How many times has the racist video been circling around since 2020? How many times has that been circling around? Did the trolls let it go? Or did they keep pumping that out over and over and over again? Emo's a racist. Emo's this. Emo's that. Emo's this. Emo's that. No, they can't let it go. That's why I can't let it go. And I can't let the New England Patriots go either, because they got caught cheating. They got caught with their pants down. I can't let it go. What is it that Anonymous says? We're anonymous. We never forgive, and we never forget. Well, Emo's the same way. So if you did me wrong in 2020, and I thought you were a piece of shit in 2020, I'm still going to think that you're a piece of shit in 2026. Because just like Anonymous, we never forgive, we never forget. And that's why I will not let 90% of this shit go that the trolls have done to me. Just putting that in comparison. And I will never forget Deflategate. So now that they're in the running again, I gotta wonder how much cheating did they do again. See? Because the first thing that popped in my mind when I heard New England deflateriots is heading to the Super Bowl, first thing that popped in my mind is, did they cheat? That's the first thing that comes to my mind now when I think of the New England deflateriots. You don't like me talking shit about your team, Belichick? Come on, let's roll with it, bitch. Come on, let's roll. Because I won't roll over like fucking Alex Jones. Sandy Hook was an inside job. Now are the families gonna sue me like they sued Alex Jones? Come on, bring it on. I just told you it was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. Are the families of 9/11 gonna sue me like Alex Jones? Come on, bring it on, bitch. Let's go. Because that's the way I feel about it, in my opinion. And Lee Harvey Oswald did not shoot Kennedy. He was taken out by the U.S. government. Because they didn't like some of the shit he was doing. And then the brother didn't learn his lesson, so the brother had to go in there, run his cocksucker, and try to get in office too, and the U.S. government took out the brother too. And that's what really happened. And I wouldn't even be surprised if the government whacked JFK Jr. I wouldn't even be surprised on that one either. Oh, his plane mysteriously went down in Martha's Vineyard. Yeah. But I say all this stuff in my opinion. And that's the way I roll with it. And if you don't like what I'm saying, bring the lawsuits, buddy. Let's go. Let's have a good old time. Let's have some fun. Let's do it. Well, sure, why not? So, yeah, I deliberately brought this video to your attention because I wanted you guys to know that the deflates are in the Super Bowl again, and I question how much cheating they did to get into the Super Bowl again. Just saying. And I question how much cheating they did to get into the Super Bowl. Just saying. And that's it for now. If you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. Until next time, stay safe, be well, take care of yourself and each other. And we'll see you on the next one. And don't forget that YouTube is being a cocksucker to my videos. So some of these videos are taking over 24 hours to process. Over 24 hours to fucking upload. Oh, I just thought of, wait. I just thought of one other topic, and I'll add it to the title. I just thought of another topic. Another thing I was going to make a video on, it just popped in my mind, and then I'll read the chat. I'll go back and read the chat. I'm not paying attention to it at the moment, but I will read the chat before officially ending the live stream. The other thing I just thought about is Harvey Freebird. The last few weekends of being on the internet. Harvey Freebird. He drives around looking for police activity, does cop watching, drives around looking for corrupt cops and stuff like that. Pretty much Another channel that does the same thing is Chuck Bronson. And I've heard Chuck bitch about it a couple of times, but Harvey has been really bitching about it lately. He goes, well, my videos on YouTube ain't getting the interaction that they once did. So Harvey this past Saturday and Friday night was bitching about how the YouTube algorithm is not pushing the videos on people. Bitching about how his channel is not getting enough views like it used to do in the olden days and all this shit. See, the problem is Google did it to themselves. I'll tell you exactly what's going on, and this is why I wanted to do this in a video, and I'm glad I thought about it. And this is why I'm going to talk about it now, because I don't want to make 2 separate notifications and all this shit, and make 2 separate videos. So I'll just add it to the end of this live stream. Google, back in November, went around bragging how they deleted over 200,000 plus channels. Okay? Google went around bragging that they deleted 200,000 plus channels. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was like 200,000 plus channels. What they don't realize, okay, and I'll give you a fucking example of what I'm talking about. This is why Harvey's views are going down. Because what people don't realize, what Harvey doesn't realize, is every time YouTube decides to delete somebody's channel, they don't realize that not only does the broadcaster, the person's channel that you eliminated, not only do you get rid of them on YouTube, but if that person goes to Kick or goes to Twitch or goes to another platform, they don't realize that that person's followers leave YouTube along with the channel they fucking deleted. That's what they don't realize. So everybody who had those channel creators sex, because you say, oh, people call the people that have their back, have their closest fucking, you have their back and shit. People call that having somebody sex, right? So here's the thing. So let's say, which they did, they kick off Sean Porter News off of YouTube. Sean Porter News, let's say he had several 100,000 subscribers. So let's say YouTube gets mad with Sean Porter, which they did. They deleted Sean Porter's channel on YouTube. His original channel is one that had a lot of viewers, right? So they take that channel off of YouTube for some stupid reason, right? They take that channel off. And they delete it. So let's say Sean Porter, at the time his channel gets deleted, has 100,000 subscribers. Right? So let's say 75,000 of the 100,000 subscribers have fucking Sean Porter's back. So they get rid of Sean Porter off of YouTube. So let's say he goes to Rumble. Now, Sean Porter and the 76,000 people that were following him just left YouTube and went to fucking Rumble to watch fucking Sean Porter. This is what nobody's getting. Same thing with fucking Andrew Brain, the Drama Dome. YouTube says, okay, Andrew, we're tired of your bullshit. And Andrew's got like 200,000 subscribers in the Drama Dome. Let's say he's got 200,000 subscribers. And they boot Andrew off, and Andrew goes to another platform, and another 150,000 people, along with Andrew, leave YouTube. This is why you're not getting views, because every time they delete a fucking YouTube channel, the viewers are going with the creators to another fucking platform. This is what Google doesn't realize. That's why Harvey's and Chuck Bronson's viewership is going down, because more and more people are getting kicked off of YouTube. More and more people are going to TikTok. And those original viewers that you once got followed somebody else to a different platform. That's why you're not getting the viewership anymore, Harvey. Because YouTube cut their cocksucker off to spite the fucking balls. That's what YouTube did. They cut their dick off to spite their balls. That's what they did. That's why the viewership on YouTube is going down. Because every time they fucking delete somebody, and that freaking channel has got a following, and that channel goes to another platform, the fucking subscribers and followers are going with that creator to a new platform. And they're leaving fucking YouTube by the thousands. So yeah. You might have deleted 250,000 channels, but how many millions of YouTuber viewers went along with those 250,000 channels you deleted, YouTube? How many millions of viewers had those 250 plus channels? 6 that are on TikTok now, and they're on fucking Rumble, and they're on Twitch, and all that other shit. Because you wanted to delete all the Chris Hansen channels because, oh, that's vigilante activity. So OBL Nation and all of his followers went to Rumble. Alex Roden and all of his followers went to Rumble. CC Unit got kicked off of YouTube and is now on Rumble. So do you think all the fucking CC Units fucking people are still here? Or are they all on fucking Rumble? They're all on fucking Rumble. This is what YouTube doesn't realize. Every time you 86 a fucking channel, the people who are watching that channel leave YouTube too. And they don't realize it. This is why Harvey gets no fucking views anymore, because there's nobody left. Look how big the viewership of the auditing community was when Eric Brandt was around. Eric Brandt gets arrested. All those people disappeared. Half the people that I used to see that followed Eric Brandt, when he went to jail, they all disappeared. Liberty Freak hasn't made a video in 6 years. Ghost Riders probably made a half a dozen videos in 6 years. In the last 6 years, I know Janet Mattson has been live one time, and she was broadcasting a funeral in the last 6 years. This Brian Johnson guy that used to be a fucking supporter of Eric Brandt, he disappeared. The guy that was going around making everybody hats and t-shirts, Tim Strait, disappeared. Because that's what happens. Every time they delete a channel, the people leave YouTube with the creator and they go to the other platform. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's why YouTube is dying. Everybody's going to fucking TikTok. That's the one that's killing YouTube right now. Everybody's going to TikTok. And now that it is an American company, I'm going to start publishing more videos on TikTok. I was waiting for it to become an American company before I, went over there and started posting video after video after video after video. Because why should I fucking create a presence on TikTok and then fucking TikTok gets banned in the United States? Well, it just this weekend I seen it in the news that TikTok is now a U.S. company. And for the people who are in the United States, the platform for the United States is in the United States now. So, but that's what's killing YouTube. So, like I said, Harvey's been whining the last 3 or 4 weeks in his live stream. Oh, woe is me. Nobody's coming and watching my live stream anymore. Woe is me. Because everybody's left YouTube, Harvey. That's the answer. So when they deleted 250,000 plus channels on YouTube, they literally deleted they deleted themselves millions and millions of viewers that went with those 250 guys somewhere else. That's what's going on with YouTube. And YouTube was too fucking stupid to realize it. Too fucking dumb to realize it. And that's why YouTube is dying. So Chuck Bronson, who used to get 400 or 500 a night, is lucky to get 40. I watched Chuck Bronson's last 2 live streams because this weekend was a double hitter. Now, what I mean by a double hitter is Harvey Freebird was on and Chuck Bronson was on. So I was watching 2 live streams at the same time in 2 chats at the same time, both Friday and Saturday fucking night, and Chuck Bronson's numbers were like 30 to 80 people in this live stream. Harvey Freebird had a little bit over 100 and something. Back in 2019, Chuck would have had 500 in his room. Harvey would have had 600 or 700 in his room. The people are not the same amount of people that were here in 2019 are not the same amount of people who are here now. I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it real. So that's I'm keeping it real. So every time YouTube deletes a channel and the catcher's got to go to another platform, all the subscribers to that catcher go to another platform.
Somebody put in the chat, Charles Bronson is dead.
Yes, the actor is dead, but there's an auditor by the name of Chuck Bronson on YouTube. He borrowed the name. I don't know why he did that, but he borrowed the name. So there is a cop watching channel by the name of Chuck Bronson. Yeah, now I will fucking admit one fucking thing. Somebody said that Charles Bronson, the actor, is dead. You know, man, I used to like that dude. He had some good fucking movies. Back in the day, he had some really good fucking movies. I'm talking about the actor now. I like some of his movies. But he had some good movies back in the day. But people don't realize people are leaving YouTube by the millions, and they're going to TikTok. So if you're not getting the ad revenue that you once got, that's why they're all gone. They're all going somewhere else. But the trolls ruined my channel and ruined my reputation. So if I get kicked off of YouTube, nobody's gonna be following me to another platform. At least I can say that. I won't have a mass gathering of people following me to another platform. No, that won't happen. But I am going to be out there in 2026. This summer we have this summer I am going to announce, it won't be on this channel, it'll be on another one. We're going to go out and do cop watching like Chuck Bronson and Harvey Freebird. We're doing that this summer. We're doing tornado chasing this summer. That's right. That's right. I plan on doing storm chasing. Now, I have this friend. Well, I wouldn't call him a friend. It's a channel we never really talk privately, but I like his channel. He's called Auto Auction Rebuilds. Okay? Auto Auction Rebuilds is by a guy by the name of Randy. He's in Oklahoma. He also has property in Indiana. And Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds, he goes to like Copart. He'll go buy a fucking car at Copart, which is an insurance auto auction place. You know, like, so let's say Lady Di's mobility van gets into an accident. Let's say Lady Di has a brand new fucking mobility brand, and even though she talks about it all the time on YouTube, it says it's the biggest piece of shit she owns. But let's say she had a newer van, okay, and her mobility van gets into an accident, and the insurance company totals her brand new fucking mobility brand, right? So they pay Lady Di to go out and get another new mobility van. That's how insurance is supposed to work. Or pay you enough where you can get close to what you had before. Okay? That's what insurance is supposed to do. Well, now that the insurance paid Lady Di to go get a brand new fucking van, the insurance companies are going to make money. So what does the insurance company do? They take that vehicle to Copart and they auction it off. That's how the insurance company gets their money back. Okay? And then a guy like Randy, Auto Auction Rebuilds, goes into the auction lot and says, "Oh, there's Lady Di's van. It only need. I can fix that. Other than this minor damage over here and this, that, and the other thing, I can rebuild this vehicle." So then Randy will buy that car from Carport, take it back to a shop, rebuild it. because he's got a rebuilder's license and all that shit. He can take wrecked cars and rebuild them. There's even a process he can go to where if the car is fully repaired, he can then take the vehicle to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma will, if it meets a certain criteria and it's fully rebuilt, on some cars he can even get what they call a clean title instead of a salvage title. Because sometimes if you can, but you can't do that to every vehicle. So then let's say it wasn't damaged that bad. He takes it to the state. They fucking inspect Lady Di's old van that he's rebuilt. He gets a clean Oklahoma title for it, not a salvage title. He makes a few videos on YouTube about how the vehicle's performing, what's it look like, how he built what was wrong with it. Then he sells it and ships it down the road, and then Randy buys another one. That's what Randy does. Auto auction rebuilds. Now, the funny part about this is, and I'll tell you the reason why I'm talking about this, you'll see where this loops together. So, now you trolls out there, you guys have got to listen to this for yourself. Do not just take my opinion for it. You have to listen. You have to go listen to this for yourself. When you go to the Auto Auction Rebuilds YouTube channel, for all the people that like to fucking troll on his name. Don't troll Randy, but I'm saying Randy sounds just like Honest Abe. I'm not kidding you. The guy who runs Auto Auction Rebuilds sounds exactly like Honest Abe. They have the same fucking voice. They look nothing alike, but they have an identical voice. So that's basically what he does. He buys insurance auto auction cars after they've been towed up. So they'll take your car, they'll total it, they'll pay you, and then the insurance company's got to make money, so they'll take your old car and sell it on an auction, and then Randy comes in, buys it, fixes it up, and then he makes a little money. He makes a few YouTube videos on it, makes me ad revenue on YouTube, and then he ships the car down the road and buys another one. Okay, that's pretty much what they... The other day, he happened to be walking around Copart, and he had this fucking... He showed this vehicle, right? This vehicle that had hail damage. And the vehicle at auction, I forget what year it was, the vehicle at auction went for like $3,900. And the reason why it was totaled is because it had massive hail damage. And he didn't buy that one. I'm just saying he was walking around Copart showing people what was in Copart in Oklahoma City. He was walking around there showing people what was available for cars and shit. And I said, Mike, that's what I need right there. Mike looks at me and he goes, why the hell would you buy that, emo? And I said, here's where my connection to this whole thing comes in. I said, because if I'm going to storm chase, why should I take my nice pickup truck into a tornado and get it hail damaged and fucking obliviated when I can go to Carport, buy a fucking car that's already a piece of shit, and go storm chasing in that? So I'm already thinking about how to buy another vehicle so I can go storm chasing. And I'm watching Randy and I'm like, $3,800. Maybe I could save up some money like that and buy something. So if I go to storm chasing full time, that's what I would do. I'd probably buy a newer car that had some damage on it. That way, if the tornado did damage to the vehicle that I'm in chasing the storm, at least it's not done to my daily driver. You know what I'm saying? I'd be an idiot to pay this truck off in April and then take this truck to storm chasing. I'd be a goddamn moron to do that. I'd really. So I would be better off as soon as I can, save up money, go to Copart and get a fucking beater for that. And then the other thing is, my truck, the one I have now, isn't four-wheel drive because I bought it in Florida. And now where I live, I'm dealing with snow all the time. My truck, the one I have now, is a pussy. It can't get out of its own weight because if there's any kind of ice or anything, it's a fucking pussy. So I would love to be able, even if I don't buy a car for storm chasing, I've already decided this summer I got to put money away and I'm going to go to Copart and I'm going to buy an auto salvage car with four-wheel drive in it so I can have four-wheel drive next winter. I'm not going through another winter with this shit right here with not having four-wheel drive. I'm not fucking doing it again. I'm not. I've had enough. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So. Now here's the catch. Here's the catch when it comes to Copart that everybody's got to pay attention to. Most of the vehicles, when you go to a Copart, you as a person cannot buy them, because a lot of the Copart vehicles, because they've been previously wrecked or previous insurance claims and all that shit. The one catch with buying from Copart is you have to have a dealer's license. Well, I don't have a dealer's license. So how would Emo get away from that? How do you get around that little loophole? For any of you guys that might want to buy a beater at Copart, I've been telling you, this is the cheapest way to get around the town beater if you don't want to wreck your good shit. If I save up the money, let's say hypothetically I save up $4,000, which is going to be impossible, but it's hard. And there's a truck, there's a four-wheel drive vehicle at Copart that I want, and it's dealer only. And let's say the vehicle is like $3,500. You're going to need about $4,000. Now you're going to say, well, that truck is $3,500, but how can I buy it? I don't have a dealer's license. You go into the Copart office, you pay a $500 fee, and Copart has a broker, like a real estate broker. You pay the money to the broker. The broker then buys the broker is a licensed car dealer. The broker then buys the car for you. So that's how you can get a car at Copart. You can have a broker do it. So that's how I would have to do it. If I wanted to buy a beat up piece of shit for storm chasing, I'd have to save up the money and then have to hire one of their brokers to buy the car. You know? And going through the broker is legal because the broker is actually a licensed dealer that works with Copart. So the broker buys the car from Copart, and then the broker basically sells the car to you. Okay, so that's how you get around the fucking dealer only shit at Copart. Okay. Just saying. But yeah, like I said, for all you trolls out there, this guy at Auto Auctions Rebuild, he sounds exactly like Honest Abe. He fucking sounds exactly like Honest Abe. I can't help it. He does. He does. When I hear his voice, I hear Honest Abe. So, yeah, I want to do some fucking tornado chasing and shit this summer. I want to do some storm chasing. But anyways, all right. So normally I don't do this because I don't want to do this to the guy. But
what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today,
there he is. He sounds just like a
450 SL, or is it an SL 450? I don't know. Anyway, I've got a few minor things that I want to do to this car. The SL, or is it an SL 450? I don't know. Anyway, I've got a few minor things that I want to do to this car today before I decide whether or not to keep it for a while on the channel or get rid of it. So we're going to jump right into it, and I'm going to show you exactly what we've got to do. This shouldn't be, and I shouldn't say this before I get started, but this shouldn't be a big deal. We've got a corner light that's busted. I want to replace it. We've got a trim ring, a bezel for the headlights that is also busted right in this general corner. We're going to replace that as well. By the way, parts for this car, I thought they'd be cheap because it's just an old Mercedes. No, parts are not cheap for this car. The next thing that I want to get into today is replacing the window regulator, assuming that's what's wrong with it. We need to pop the hood, try to find the fuse box, and figure out if we have a blown fuse or something, a breaker, something for this window, because this window does nothing. And obviously, when you've got a little roadster like this, and you want to drop the top, you want both windows to go down. Well, this window doesn't do anything at all. That one works fine. This one does not. Just in case, I went ahead and spent the money, and I bought an extra window motor and regulator assembly. It comes with all the wires, it comes with all the nuts and bolts and everything that we're going to need in case we do have to replace this. I also bought a door handle, two of them actually, one for the driver's side, one for the passenger side. We don't need one for the driver's side, but the passenger side is missing in action. It's gone. I don't know how. I don't think you can replace this. I think it actually snapped and broke, which will require removing the door panel from this side too. Now, I don't know if we're going to get to everything in this video, but I think I'm going to start with the basics, and let's start with some cosmetic stuff. Let's get this replaced, and what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we're at Copart, and they have been really, really nice to us and very accommodating. They have lined up all the cars for us. If you're interested in any of these, you got a Corvette, you got a Gladiator, you got a Suburban, a Colorado, a hybrid Escape, a 57 Chevy over there, and you've got a Mercedes, like a 560 or something SL right there as well.
No, you want to see what Randy just bought? I'll show you what Randy just bought, and it pissed me the fuck off. I'll show you what Randy just bought, and it pissed me the fuck off. You guys are gonna love this.
This one, however,
it's the one that got away.
It is.
Yeah, see, the reason why Mike said that that's the one that got away is because Mikey Rents didn't get it, but Randy bought it. And watch this next truck. This is the same truck I have. And look, and when you hear how much Randy paid for it, you're going to be, oh my God. Mine didn't cost the same price that Randy's cost. Mine cost $17,000. That's what mine cost. Wait until you hear how much Randy buys the same fucking truck I have for. That was totaled in an accident. You're gonna love this part. Watch this, guys.
This is a cool truck.
This could have been Mike's. Yeah, I thought about buying it and then letting him do all the work on the F-150. And
There would be a lot.
and then giving this to him after he does all the work to the F-150 and saying, here's a real truck. All right, here's a good truck.
Yeah.
You know, this is really more what Mike needs, truthfully. It's still a half-ton. It's a much bigger truck, though. A much bigger truck. This one's interesting, though, because it is totaled.
For a very weird reason.
Yep, and I'm gonna walk around it and
Let
let's
the
see.
people guess.
Let's see if they can figure it out. We're gonna walk around it. And I mean, I'll even put you up close so you can see the dings there. They circled those, so. Okay. It's got aftermarket Moto Metal wheels.
Now remember, this is the
Nice
same truck I
tires.
have. Same exact
It's
truck.
the quad cab. This has got the smaller back door, so the back is a little. You know, I had one of these with the small back. I don't remember what they call it, a crew cab or something, and
Yeah.
that was not very pleasant. But it's even got a soft tonneau cover. Well, where's it wrecked, Mike? I'm not seeing it.
You got to look real close. Oh, you get a. What's in the box? From Greco.
Probably nothing you want.
Yeah.
Probably some McDonald's. You want to look, see if there's any of those 3-month-old chicken nuggets in there?
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm still not seeing it, Mike. It's got some little things, so I'm guessing there's some scratches here. But they wouldn't total something like this for scratches. This is a fairly expensive truck.
Yeah.
Running boards? What? Odometer, 161,000 miles. Okay. It does not look like it's cosmetically damaged. Maybe it's interior damage. Fire damage on the inside, maybe? You think?
You got the people wondering now.
Maybe it's mechanical damage.
Maybe.
Maybe it's got a rod knock. Well, the smell could mechanically damage it.
Yeah, that's
It's got the
thing.
wheel key. Look, we're gonna take this.
Don't be mean.
Okay. Everybody does that to me.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that. She's got power, Mike. This one doesn't even need a jump.
Okay.
Oh, this really is the one that got away.
Here's your McDonald's French fries
Oh,
right there.
please find a fry, something, and eat it.
You'll eat it?
No, I said you eat it, not me.
Yeah, these two are always
Just an old cheeseburger, but there's,
Oh,
nothing,
God.
there's nothing left.
These two are always cheating each other. Sometimes Randy will dare Mike to eat something that was left over in the car, like in a paper bag there might be a French fry left over from somebody's meal, and Randy would be like, "Eat the fry, Mike, eat the fry." They pick on each other all the time. They're funny.
Oh, too bad. I need to make you sign one of those
What?
an indemnity
Waiver?
clause. Yeah, one of those waivers of liability.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I'm
Hold
on video,
harmless.
yes.
Great.
Because if I'm on video telling you to eat something and then you eat it, but then you die from it, then I am now responsible for your death. I could go to prison.
Yeah. And my daughter watches these videos.
Ah, great. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it's mechanically damaged. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think it's mechanically damaged,
It
Mike.
sounds good. It really does.
It's got an aftermarket Sony radio. Look at that. That's clean.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, wow. That's nice. What do you got in there? Any condoms
Band-Aids?
or
No.
a remote control?
Headlights.
Spare lights?
Evergreen, Indiana. Speaking
No,
of,
no, pills. I want pills.
Oh.
Give me the pill duck too. Or ducks.
the duck could sit right there.
The ducks.
Soon to be ducks.
Ducks. Maybe baby ducks.
Daily ducks.
Okay. Oh, you know what? You can really see it on the windshield,
Oh, you
Mike.
can.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. Do you guys see it? I don't think they see it yet. I'm going to have to really show them. Listen, you look at the windshield and it looks like it's foggy, right? Like maybe we should turn the defroster on. That would help, I'm sure. Yeah, let's turn the defroster on.
It's not defrosting.
It's not defrosting. And what is this? There's a lot of this.
Feels kind of rough.
Does it? I think we're getting closer. Does the important window work? Yes, it does. The important window works. I have to know because I go through drive-thrus a lot. I have to have an important window working. This would have become your truck, Mike. This would have been yours. Wouldn't that have been nice?
Yeah.
Maybe it had a little fire under the hood. You think? No, of course not. There's no fire under the hood.
It even has a little battery blanket.
How nice is that?
My. Yeah.
Wow. Boy, they thought of everything. Okay. I've given them plenty of time to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm betting some of them did. But I also guarantee you some of them didn't. Probably most of them did not figure it out. Let me see how close I get you. With the GoPro, unfortunately, it doesn't focus, so you can't get it close to something. So you got to keep it kind of far back. But if you get down here, you can see you see the speckles? Okay, we're not done. Look at all this. Now you're probably thinking, oh, the truck's dirty and wet. Those don't come off. Guys, this looks like primer or paint. I can't tell which. And this stuff on the windshield right here, yeah, that's paint. I mean, that is...
That's where they were supposed to tape it. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what happened. The whole truck is covered in whatever that is. Paint, primer.
Yeah.
It looks like it sat outside of a body shop or something. And...
Yeah.
So it's totaled.
Maybe somebody was painting his house and it all just blew onto the car.
Now, I've heard that happening.
Yeah.
I have heard of that happening. Now, the great thing is this will come off. You don't have to sand it and repaint it. Literally, if you go out there with one of those aggressive pads and an aggressive compound.
Wait until you see how much rent they paid for this fucking truck. You're not going to believe it. Now, yes, it got paint all over it. It was totaled because it got paint all over it. That's why they totaled it, people. Because it got paint all over it. Now wait until you hear the fucking price. And Randy's talking about, oh, this is what you can do to fix it, and this is what you can do to take care of the part. I would say, fuck it. If I had the money and I could have bought this truck, I would have said, fuck it. I would have left the paint damage. I still would have drove it every day. This paint damage that's on the hood and on the windshield, well, I would replace the windshield. Of course, if it was me, I would replace the windshield. You know, because the windshield's fucked up. I would literally take the windshield out, and I wouldn't worry about it. And I would take a truck like this storm chasing, because what? The fucking paint is already fucked up. So why would I worry about hail damage? Why would I worry about beating the fuck out of this truck in the wintertime? Why would I worry about it? I wouldn't even fucking clean it. I'd just leave it the way it is and put a fucking another window in it and go. That's what I do.
This will come off. I mean, you know what I would do first? I would hit it with some spirits.
Yep.
And I would see if I could get it reduced with some spirits, some mineral spirits or something, and some lacquer thinner maybe. And just see if I could get it to, is it coming off for you? No. So she's on there a little bit. But even if you couldn't get it off, would you still drive this? Or
It
would
looks like a metal flake.
It actually...
Yes. yes, I would, Randy, I would absolutely 100% still drive it the way it is. I wouldn't worry about repainting it. As long as it ran good, as long as the four-wheel drive worked, because this one has four-wheel drive when mine doesn't. You know, as long as the four-wheel drive worked, I wouldn't give a fuck what the paint looked like. As long as it fucking ran and drive, you're damn right I'd leave it the way it is. You're goddamn right I would.
It's kind of cool. Would you drive this, or would you be embarrassed to drive this truck?
This is nicer than.
I would not be embarrassed. I wouldn't give a fuck, Randy. I would absolutely not give a fuck.
Than most of the cars I have now.
I would drive the living hell out of it.
Yeah.
It would not be a problem for me at all. No. But somebody, I mean, I understand if I owned it and it was fine before and then this happened to it, yeah, of course I'd want somebody to fix it, and if they can't, then total it. I would do that. But like, as somebody looking to buy one, not a problem. I'll take a polka dot Ram 1500 all day long, man. And do you want to tell them what it went for?
$3,500.
Yes. $3,500 sold.
Sold.
$3,500 freaking dollars for this.
Yep. And like I said, mine originally when I bought it was 14 something thousand. By the time we fucking financed my truck, by the time we added all that shit into my truck, it was around 17, between what was it, 17 or 19,000? Huh?
19.
Mine was between like 17,000 and 19,000. You know? That's how much I paid for mine without four-wheel drive. And these guys go to Copart and they get one for $3,500. This would be my winter and storm chaser rig right here. If I had the fucking money, I would have bought that. I mean, this is just shit you can find at Copart. And this is why I said everybody should check out Randy's channel. I'm even a member of Randy's channel. That's why it says see perks down here. You see the button on the bottom? I'm even a member of that channel. I'm a member of Randy's channel. That's why it says see perks. Okay? So, see? Yeah, I've been a member of his channel for 6 months. Okay? So you really need to check this guy out. I mean, he's really cool. I love him. So, and he reminds me of Abe. He's got that same voice as Abe. So, Randy, like I said, if you do come across this video, because yes, you're monetized, you have the matchmaking tool. I just want to let you know, Randy, that I 100% enjoy your channel. I 100% really love your channel. I absolutely love your channel. And like I said, if Randy wants me to take this part of the video down, all he's got to do is contact me, and I can always edit it out. But like I said, I know people who are monetized have the copyright tool. They can see who's reusing their videos and shit. So I just want to give Randy a shout out and say, hey, if you happen to see this video, I wasn't ragging on your channel. I'm not shitting on your channel. I'm just letting you know that, I want to get into storm chasing. I want to get into, cop watching and shit. And I wouldn't mind going to Carport and finding a banger to do that in. Because why should I take my daily driver into a tornado? That's stupid. I'd rather take a jalopy into a tornado. Now, when I say jalopy, I mean a jalopy that has cosmetic and minor damage to it. That's what I mean by a jalopy. Because the last thing you want is to be, oh shit, there's a tornado coming, and to be cranking the key and going, and the fucking thing won't start. like Rich's 57 Chevy. No. It would have to be mechanical. It would definitely have to be mechanical sound, okay? If I bought a car for storm chasing and that's a winter video, a winter storm chasing and shit, it would have to be mechanically sound. Because I don't want an EF5 coming at me and I can't get the damn truck started. That wouldn't be good. That's a good way to go for a ride in a hurry, if you know what I'm talking about. A ride that wouldn't feel too good when you... It's not the floating in the air and the ride that kills you. It's the sudden BAM when you come back down to earth. Okay? So, yes. If I bought a storm chasing rig at fucking Copart, I would have to make sure that it was in sound running condition. So when I have to fucking hit the gas and get out of the way of a fucking EF5, I can get the fuck out of the way of an EF5. You don't want to buy a piece of shit that, oh, it runs when it wants to and then breaks down and then turn the key and you're like, uh-oh, now what do I do? Here's a storm bearing on me and I can't move. No. No. But would I like to go to Copart and find a nice winter beater that I can ride around in the snow and shit with? Yeah, I would love to. But a lot of those cars, like I said, you know, they're dealer only. But the workaround getting through the dealer bullshit is you can hire a broker to you know, buy the car for you at Copart. But yeah, I paid $17,000 to $19,000 for my truck, and these guys go out to Copart and they buy one for $3,500. I'm like, really? Really? Are you serious? Maybe I should have got a truck at Copart instead of financing the one I got, but I don't know. A little tangent there. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to look into getting another vehicle that can handle fucking storm chasing, because I just don't want to have you know, I don't want to take my daily driver and drive that into a storm. I don't want to do that. Just don't want to do that. So if you guys were wondering, so I gave you that channel. I gave you Randy's channel. So go check out Randy. Give him a shout out. I like his channel. He's really, 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 really cool. You know what also pisses me off? What also pisses me off is when you got a browser and it's stuck on the monitor and you want to move the whole browser and you get tab after tab after tab. Have you noticed on the desktop, they fill up the whole fucking bar with all your fucking tabs you have open. They don't leave you this little tiny space where you can grab on the edge of the browser and move it around. I hate when the browser gets stuck like this. I absolutely hate it. So now my browser's stuck at the top again, and I can't drag the fucking thing down without it separating tab after tab after tab. They need to add a spot on each Brave. You need to add a spot on the top of the browser, on either side of the browser, where if you grab it, it ain't gonna pull the tab that's there. You need a little space, something that you can grab the browser and move it. Because I hate when that stuff gets... So, I'm going to give you the other one real quick. Here you go. Here's the other one. This is the guy that Randy was walking around with in the last video. So I gave you auto auctions rebuilds to check out. And here's the other guy. Here's Mike that he was walking around with. Okay, this is Mike's channel. Okay. If you guys want to check out those 2 channels and give these guys a shout out, give them a support. Now, I'm not a member of Mike's channel because you don't have them on, Mike. What the fuck? How come you don't have your subscriptions on? You need to turn your memberships on, Mike. You need to turn your memberships on. So that was the mic that he was walking around with. So now you have both channels. But yeah, but back to what I said. I want to do some cop watching this year. I want to do some fucking storm chasing. I really do. I really want to get into that shit this year. No, that's the one I meant to kill. I really want to get into that this year. I really do. But in that same video where I just showed you the pickup truck from, Randy finds a vehicle that had hail damage. Okay? The whole car. You know, like that truck we just watched where it had like fucking dots from that paint or whatever that went all over that Dodge Ram, the dots that went all over the truck. Okay, if you remember seeing that black pickup truck, the one we just watched with, imagine that same truck with hail dings all over it instead of the paint flakes all over it. Imagine that with hail dents all over it. I'd buy something like that for storm chasing if it had hail damage all over it. I don't remember. It was some SUV. I don't remember what it was. You don't remember what that one was either. But I know it was in the same. It was in the same video as the one we just watched with the truck. But I didn't want to play Randy's whole video because that's not the idea. I don't like stealing other people's videos. And everybody's going to say, yeah, well, there's a fair use thing and all this other shit. Yeah, I still don't like to do it. That's why I said if Randy comes back to me and says, take the clip out, I'll take the clip back out. But, yeah, I don't remember what that vehicle was.
I don't either.
But I will tell you one thing: if you do get if you do get into storm chasing, one of the things I would highly invest in is a good insurance policy that covers fucking glass. Because there's a storm chaser on YouTube by the name of Connor Croft. I like Connor Croft's channel. Do you realize in 2025's tornado storm chasing season, he's doing snowstorms right now, but in 2025, do you realize how many fucking times Connor replaced the windshield? 28 to 30 times last summer. Connor was replacing a windshield. He would be storm chasing. These big giant pieces of hail would hit his window, take out the window. He would continue to storm chase. In between that tornado and another tornado, he would put his red 4 in the shop, put another brand new fucking windshield in it, and go out the next day storm chasing, and the fucking windshield wouldn't even last a day, and he would smash out another windshield in the red 4. If I had to guess, I would say he what would you say? 25 to 30 plus times he changed that windshield just chasing storm tornadoes last year. That car was constantly in the shop getting a new windshield put in it. Constantly. Because that's what you got all the debris flying around, and you got the fucking hail flying around. Yeah. It seemed like Connor couldn't keep a windshield in that car last summer to save his own asshole. Just being honest. But I'm getting back into cop watching. I'm getting back into storm chasing. I'm gonna do that shit this summer. See, because everybody's gonna say, emo, why haven't you been storm chasing now? Why are you not cop watching now? The answer to that question is, a friend of mine helped me get the financing on my truck. So it's partially in somebody else's name. And that person said, until you pay off the truck, you're not going to damage it storm chasing. Until you pay off the truck, you're not going to get it impounded cop watching. And as long as you and me are on the insurance and registration for that truck, you are not fucking storm chasing and cop watching. So I've been ready to go the last 2 or 3 years. But the co-owner of the truck, the one who helped me finance it, who happens to be the co-signer and it's in his name too, doesn't want me doing any of that shit. And I make the last payment in April, people. The last payment is due in April. Then the truck is mine. The insurance will be 100% in my name. And the person who's on the truck with me won't have any more liability. And won't have any responsibility to the truck. So they were nice enough to help me get it. So I gotta respect their wishes. Because in 2024, the state I lived in got hit with tornadoes 9 times. 9 times in 2024. Last year we had 1. There was only 1 last year. I don't know. 2024 was a big year for storm chasing. It seems like this shit comes in spurts because of the El Nino and shit, okay? So like I can give you an example. The 2011 tornado season. 2011 tornado season had a lot of outbreaks, a lot of tornadoes. That's the one that killed the YouTuber by the name of Wildebeest. Okay? At 18 fucking years old on his fucking graduation night. Okay? It killed the YouTuber. Okay? In Joplin, Missouri. 2011 was a big year for outbreaks. 2016 was another year where they had a lot of fucking outbreaks. 2018 or 19 was another big year for a huge amount of tornadoes. 2024 was another big, huge year for fucking tornadoes. Okay, it's weird how they don't do it every fucking year. It's like, you know, all the ones in 2011 came in and annihilated a whole bunch of shit, and then it was like, you know, 2 or 3 years before the next wave hit, and then a couple years after that, and then a couple years after that. Not every fuck. Just because you got 9 storms in 2024 doesn't mean you're going to get 9 fucking tornadoes every fucking year in your state. It doesn't work like that. It works by fucking that Nemo or whatever. I can't pronounce it right. I know you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, but the last explosive year for tornadoes was 2024. That's the last year that was the last time we had a lot of them going off. And they say that 2026 they're already predicting that this year is going to be another big fucking year for fucking tornadoes. They think that because last year, 2025, was a fucking dud. Okay? Yeah, I mean, we had tornado, but not as many as you had in 2024. So it all depends on the conditions. It all depends on that fucking jet stream. It all depends on the El Nino. You know? So, that's why I said, if it's a good year this year, I want to be part of the action. I've already decided. Oh, yeah. Finally, sun. We haven't seen sun in 5 fucking days. Oh, that's nice. We got sun now. That's a blessing. But I want to get into that. See, because I'll tell you another little snag, okay? I'll tell you another little fucking snag. Another reason why the person who co-owns my truck said no storm chasing or anything while they're part of the vehicle. Because what happens is, and I went through this the first summer I had the truck. I had the truck about 3 or 4 months. I had the truck about 3 or 4 months. Mike was working the Topsfield Fair in Massachusetts. And Mike parked in an area where it wasn't supposed to be parking, and the fair committee had the truck towed. Okay? Now, most towing and impound yards, if the car gets impounded, can only be picked up by the people that are on the registration. That technically, that's how it's supposed to work. So, luckily I was with Mike. I had to go get the truck out of the tow yard because I was partially on the registration. I was able to get the truck out of the tow yard. But I also had to have my friend who was also the co-owner of the vehicle. He had to fax the towing company saying, yes, I give permission for so-and-so and so-and-so to pick up this truck. So that's what the co-owner of my truck's worried about. He's worried that I would go fuck with a cop somewhere. The fucking cop would get angry. I get hauled off to jail. Now the truck gets impounded. Now the only people that can pick up that truck is either him or me or the both of us. I'm locked in the county jail now. Mike can't go and get it because he's not on the paperwork. So now this person who co-signed for me is now got to fucking take time off from work. He's got to go through the fucking bullshit of driving to the county where I was arrested. He's got to go through the fucking bullshit of getting the truck out. Yeah, that's why he said no cop watching. Because if it gets impounded, they're not going to let Mike pick it up. Because he's not on the fucking paperwork. That's the main reason why I was told no cop watching with it. Because the person who helped me get the truck is worried that I'm going to mouth off at a police officer and the truck will get impounded. And then it will be a cocksucker to get back. That's why he said no. Okay? No cop watching until it's in your own name. So I gotta honor that. I can't break the deal. And you gotta understand where the guy's coming from, you know? And then the guy who's on the coast, so I go out storm chasing with it. The tornado blows me off the road. And I get blown into somebody else's vehicle. Now the co-owners, fucking the co-signer, the co-owner of my truck, now his license gets penalized, and now his insurance goes through the fucking roof because I was the one that got into an accident and ruined somebody else's vehicle storm chasing. You see that? And he don't want to be involved in shit like that. So that's why he's like, no storm chasing until the truck is in your name only. Because if I was to do something like that, go out and chase a tornado, and I got blown into another vehicle, now that fucks up his fucking driving status. That fucks up his license credit. That fucks up his driving score, along with mine. So you see, that's why you said, You're only supposed to use it as a daily driver and nothing else. No extracurricular activities. And I'm like, okay, you got a deal. So now you know why I'm not cop watching right now. Because if it gets impounded, it would be a nightmare to get it back out. It'd be a fucking nightmare to get it out. Or if I get into an accident and storm chasing, then his fucking insurance goes up. And that fucks up his driving score. You know? He don't want that. And I don't blame him. I don't blame the fucking co-owner one bit. I call him the co-owner, the co-signer. You get where I'm going with this. So that's the only reason why I'm not doing that shit now. But would I have liked to have been out there in 2024 when 2024 was a big one? Oh, yes, I would have loved to have been out there chasing in 2024. I would have loved every fucking minute of it, but I couldn't. Wasn't allowed to. And I made every payment on that truck. I would say there was one time I got into a little snag and I was behind a month, but then I was able to work one of the carnival spots and I was able to catch it back up. So there was only once that I was behind late on the payment. But I made every fucking payment on that truck. Every fucking payment. And I can't wait until it's over. We're so close. We're so close. And then the other day I went to go into town and I'm going down one of the hills in town. And I hit the fucking brakes, and I felt the pedal, the ABS pedal vibrate under me. And I was going down one of the hills in town. And then all of a sudden, the ass end came around, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I was like, oh, shit. I went down the hill sideways. Literally. And I'm like, I looked over at Mike. I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't fucking hit anything going down the hill sideways. Because that would have pissed me off to be this close to having it paid off and then bang! That would have fucking pissed me off right there. I'm still wary. I'm still wary about that. I'm praying I make it to April, goddammit. I'm praying. Hopefully I didn't just fuck myself by mentioning it, but I'm praying. Oh my God. Oh. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. I know this was a long live stream. I didn't intend it to be this long, but I was bored. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a good time. Hope everybody had a good time in chat. Like I said, I get on these tangents and I forget to read the chat, so I'll have to, go back. I'll have to wait until the video gets published and then read the chat and make comments on some of the chat I missed. But yeah, you guys just be you, and I'll keep being myself, but yeah, YouTube is stupid. Like I said, every time they delete a channel, they don't realize that they're bleeding They're bleeding viewers every time they delete hundreds of thousands of channels. You don't realize that taking 250,000 plus channels also takes out the viewers too? See, this is the shit they don't think about in their brain when Google just goes around and goes delete, 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 delete. So that's why Harvey is not getting the views he used to get, because they're all leaving YouTube. That's why. Oh. And, I don't know. All right, let me get out of here. All right, if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. Catch you on the next one, people. Catch you on the next one. And, yeah, stay safe, people. I just also, like I said, I wanted to make sure everybody knew that I made it through this. Ooh, you're gonna die of an ice storm. Ooh, it's gonna be the blizzard. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I had shit ready. Because I have a, one of those Mr. Buddy propane heaters. So we went out and got like couple 20-pounders of gas. I went out and got a couple of those. I charged up all my battery packs. I had all the tools you needed to, shovel and dig your way out. You don't need a door where they were easily accessible. The only thing I don't have is my generator. I gotta buy a fucking carburetor for it. I let bad gas sit in a damn generator too long, and it fucked up the carburetor. So I have a generator, but I just need to come up with $25 fucking for a carburetor for it, and then I would have electric too. But I had enough propane stored up for the Mr. Buddy heater, because I had a couple Mr. Buddy heaters that we could use, and we had extra propane on hand. We were all ready, made sure we had enough food in the house and all that stuff, and we just let it ride. And I was expecting to lose power all weekend. I was expecting to have, running the propane heaters this weekend. I was expecting the worst. And then nothing fucking happened. So we made it fine. We made it through the storm fine. Oh, well, you guys made it through the storm fine. But yeah, I was expecting to lose power at any minute, and it just didn't happen. All right. Stay safe, be well, take care of yourself and each other. Show's over. Wolf is tired. See ya.